Pondering the possibility today that she is, in fact, the jerk is Playhouse family member Erica. Can you lay it on us, Erica?
Well, okay. I need you to help me settle something because I just can't figure out if I crossed a line and I am a jerk or not.
I mean, let's be honest. Most of the time when people are in that place, they probably have. But you've wet our whistle. We're curious.
This is an interesting one. So I go to the gym pretty much every day. And there's this one gal who's there, like, more often than not, the same exact time as I am. But we're not friends or anything. It's just like, you know, those people you see somewhere regularly where you're like, kind of like, we're casual acquaintances. We haven't, like, gotten to know each other, made small talk. So I'd consider us close enough. I'm getting there. Don't worry. She's always wearing these super tight leggings. And I'm not trying to be mean, but like she pulls them up pretty high. I don't know if it's intentional or if it's just a bad fit. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
She's got quite the camel toe situation going on. Like really intense, almost offensive. Like, hello.
It's very noticeable.
Extremely noticeable. And so, you know, it's like the first thing you see. She's a pretty girl. It's like you'd think like, you know, we're coming to the gym. We're not going to have a focal point like that. I thought maybe she knew and just didn't care. But after a while, I was thinking like maybe nobody has ever mentioned it to her. So one day after a workout, I was like, I just went up to her and was like, hey, I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but I think you might want to try a different brand of leggings because they're really emphasizing things. And I thought I was doing her a favor. But she looked at me for like a couple seconds and just absolutely flipped on me, lost it. Like, told me to off and told me to mind my own business. Why was I staring at her crotch in the first place? Like, dropped a few choice words and then just walked away. And I'm like, wait, I thought I was trying to spare her from embarrassment. Was I out of line? Am I a jerk for telling her, like, to invest in different workout clothes? I don't know.
How did you exactly say it to her? Like, word for word, what did you say?
I was just like, hey, girl, what's up? I was like, you know, I wasn't sure if this was something that, you know, you notice or if it's something intentional, no judgment, no hate, just thought, you know, girl to girl, I'd let you know that, you know, your pants are really emphasizing things. And I don't know if it's the brand or if it's the pants or just girl to girl, you know, trying to keep it girl to girl.
So you were kind of gentle about it. It's not like you're like, girl, you have a camel toe.
Yeah, I was gentle. I didn't feel like I could have been offensive about it. I mean, but I felt like we were kind of acquaintance-ish. We've exchanged a few words, seen each other a lot. So I felt like energetically, I'm like, okay, we're cool enough for me to be like, I thought we might even become friends out of it. I don't know. I thought I was looking out for her. So she did not think that.
You were basically you're fearing that you walked up to this random person in the gym that you've seen a few times, and you said, "Hey, you got to fix yourself, girl. You got a camel toe." Was that a jerky thing to do? That's essentially the question.
Yeah, exactly. Because she thought that I was just enjoying staring. So, am I a jerk?
Was that a jerk thing to do? We'll get some votes for you.
I mean, So I wonder if she was embarrassed and that's why the way she reacted, like getting mad and was like, why are you staring there? Sometimes I'll have, like, if you have pants that she probably knows it's showing it off and she's hoping like no one notices.
Yeah.
But if it's every single pair of pants, it's like I would want someone to tell me, kind of, because you don't want to be looking like a fool. But at the same time, it makes you feel uncomfortable.
Listen, I'm not sure you're going to know, but I think we would have talked about it here. So tell me if this is a real thing or if this is one of those like timeline jump things that I'm just like remembering and nobody else remembers, a Mandela effect thing. Was there not within the past couple of years, and I want to say it was a pair of like yoga pants things that had like one built in, like it was fake?
Yes, this was recent.
So it was like a style thing. Maybe she's just making a fashion choice.
What
are you Googling right now?
Pants with camel toe built in.
So she went so far as then to like tell this girl, like, hey, I've noticed this. And it didn't sound like it was received well. She's wondering if that was a jerk thing.
The girl blew up on her and said, why are you looking at my crotch?
I believe told her to bleep off was about where that landed.
Someone said, not a jerk. You can't always control how people react to things, but it doesn't make you a jerk. And someone did say, you were the jerk. You let that lady have her camel toe and mind your business. Another person saying, not the jerk. I don't know if I would have done it myself. I probably would chicken out because that is an awkward conversation to have with someone you barely know. But you were brave enough to say something privately. If I were that other woman, I'd be mortified, but then I'd probably go home and order some new leggings.
Yeah, was she the jerk?
From hearing, I don't think it's a jerk thing to do in the sense if you feel up the line, like I think everybody knows how if this person's approachable, but from how she explained it on air, I think she was probably jerkish about it and her approach was probably wrong. And especially being like, I don't know if you're doing this intentional or if this is accidental. There could always be an approach being like, hey girl, how's it going? You had a good workout? Hey, by the way, I just want to like look out for you girl to girl. You kind of got like a camel toe going on, like, I know that happened to me, and just leaving it and seeing and like reading out that approach versus, I don't know if you're doing it intentional or so, but how she put it, I don't think she was really being transparent about word for word how she approached this individual.
So it's all about the approach, not the message.
Yeah, and it could also be like, people are also about like their tone and she was kind of back and forth about like, I don't even really consider anything with her. And then she's like, I thought we'd be friends after it. However, I think how she came off on the air, she probably delivered it quite wrong, and especially making an intentional remark. I think there's just ways you can just approach someone being like, hey, I don't think you know, but I know that happens to me, even if it doesn't, but being like, I'm looking out for you, and then seeing where she takes that. And then if she just sees it being a continuous thing every morning or however she sees her, hey, it might be a thing, Sometimes you can't just help and we just love certain pants, but I think her message was probably wrong.
Yeah, a lot of people kind of land in that way, maybe right message, wrong delivery.
Someone said it's similar to telling someone there's something in their teeth. It's helpful, but people get embarrassed, not a jerk. Someone else said some women have permanent camel toes. No matter what you're wearing, it's always going to show. So she's probably embarrassed and upset. And another person said it was probably intentional. How can you not feel the camel toe?
Well, I don't know.
I've never said camel toe more in my life than in these past 15 minutes, however long it's been.
I was just thinking how sad, unfortunate it is today's not Wednesday. Because then we got to play the camel. Guess what day it is?
Yeah.
Hump day. We could have some camel fun and yeah.
Someone said, I think this is one of those situations where your intentions were good, but the execution was terrible. If someone has toilet paper stuck to their shoe, you tell them. If they have their skirt tucked into their underwear, you're going to tell them. But this is a little different because it's about her body. I don't think you're a horrible person, but I probably would have kept my mouth shut.
All right. I guess here's the true test. Well, actually, let me ask this. Do you think there's a consensus on this? Because there's a lot of arguments on both sides, really.
Honestly, it's kind of split. I will say more people are saying it's like how it was said could have been better.
Mm-hmm. Here's the true test then. Do you think you'd do it again? Different person, You go in there today, Erica, and you see a different woman with the same problem. Do you have the same conversation?
No, probably not.
Not after how this time went.
I don't want someone to think that I'm like, the thing among them until I say something. Like, it would definitely have to be a friend kind of thing. I probably would choose not to.
So your days of the Camel Toe police are behind you.
Don't they say, like, if it's something like food stuck in your teeth or like you have lipstick on your teeth or something, if someone can fix it within just a few seconds, you should tell them. But if it's something where, like, you can't fix it right away, yes, she might be able to pull that wedgie out. But if it's going to continue, like, that's maybe something, like, you don't tell someone if they can't fix it right in the moment, where if she would have to go home and change pants.
You probably screwed up her whole workout, too, because then she's in her head.
Self-conscious,
That's a bummer.